Tradition is a time machine. With it, we can not only see our past, we understand it, we can feel it, we can live it. Here at Mizzou, tradition works different than in most places. Here, tradition isn't just found in black and white photos. Here, tradition is etched in our most sacred buildings and carved in our sidewalks. It rises out of our soil and echoes from our towers. It wafts through the air and sings from our hearts. Here, we don't simply act out our traditions, we embrace them. We never stop living them. At Mizzou, tradition is a tradition. Here, tradition is the past, the present, the future. It is everywhere. Tradition has a beginning, but it has no end at Mizzou. Nowhere is that understood better than right here. Built in 1843, Academic Hall was the first building on the University of Missouri campus. On the evening of January 9, 1892, an electrical short caused a fire that destroyed Academic Hall, leaving only the limestone columns undamaged. The columns have become a traditional symbol of the university and a favorite campus spot among students. After the fire, the Board of Curators thought the columns were unsafe and voted to remove them. However, after Columbia residents and the Mizzou Alumni Association protested the removal, the columns were allowed to stand as they do today. After the Academic Hall fire, the Board of Curators wanted to move the university from Columbia to Sedalia, Missouri. The area surrounding the columns is now known as Francis Quadrangle. A bust of David R. Francis stands outside of Jesse Hall. Mizzou tradition holds that when students rub the statue's nose, they'll earn an A on their next exam. Students' enthusiastic practice of this campus tradition has required the statue's nose to be replaced several times over the years. Established in 1995, Tiger Walk takes place every August before the start of the fall semester. Thousands of freshmen meet and run through the columns toward Jesse Hall, representing their entrance into the university.
Tiger Walk allows us to welcome all of our new students into the campus, and it's, I think, symbolic in many ways, but I also think our students really feel this sense of belonging, this sense of joining, because they participate in what really is a newer tradition on our campus, but one that we've come to find has a great deal of meaning.
Senior Send-Off, or Tiger Prowl, is the corresponding event for seniors upon their graduation. Coming full circle from their Tiger Walk experience, MU seniors walk through the columns toward downtown Columbia. The walk symbolizes their entrance into the real world and the connection they have as alumni. Near the columns on the quad is another historical building of MU. Switzler Hall is the oldest standing classroom building on Mizzou's campus. Completed in 1872, the building was named after Colonel William Switzler. On the top of Switzler Hall is a bell tower. The bell inside originally rang to signify the start of classes. It was a long-standing prank among students to steal the bell's clapper so the bell wouldn't sound and class wouldn't start. Now the bell only rings on 3 occasions: Tap Day, the Mizzou 39 Revelation Ceremony, and the death of a member of the Mizzou family. One of the highest honor recognitions on Mizzou's campus is Tap Day. One afternoon each spring, 6 secret MU honor societies gather at the foot of the columns to remove the hoods and reveal the new members who were tapped or initiated into the societies. They're chosen based on their leadership experience, service to Mizzou and the Columbia community.
This year it was really exciting for me because I got to experience it as a mortarboard tap. And I think what makes it so fun is all the secrecy leading up to the event. Basically, some people get emails saying maybe one of their friends or someone they may know is getting tapped into a society, which gets a lot of people to the event. And it's really nice for the taps to know that some of their family and friends are in the audience and waiting for them to get revealed.
Along the David R. Francis Quadrangle is a symbol of engineering history and tradition. A stone shamrock is found on the outside patio of the College of Engineering. According to Mizzou myth, if you walk across this embedded stone, you're destined to marry an engineer. The shamrock symbolizes St. Patrick, the adopted patron saint of engineers. Mizzou 39 is another honor for students on campus, recognizing 39 outstanding seniors for academics and service to the university and the community. All 39 students are honored by the Mizzou Alumni Association and the Alumni Association Student Board at a luminary ceremony in February at 6:39 p.m. or 1839, the year the University of Missouri was founded. It's a very high honor for seniors, and they're recognized at a banquet with their families and mentors. The face of the world's first and finest journalism school, the Missouri School of Journalism Archway, was completed in 1937 and bridges Walter Williams and Neff Halls. The Archway's stone lions, more than 500 years old, were carved in China during the Ming Dynasty and once stood guard at a Confucian temple. According to myth, two students who were talking about cheating on an exam while passing under the archway. The school's dean overheard the students in an office above the archway and failed the students on their exam. Today, students remain silent while passing under the archway, so they do not reach the same fate. Another historical archway on campus is the Memorial Union Archway. Memorial Union was built to honor the students who lost their lives in World War I, World War II, and all world conflicts after. When passing under the archway, people should remove their caps and speak in hushed tones to pay tribute to our fallen heroes.
Being a veteran myself, I think it's a really cool tradition to have, and it's a really cool thing to kind of keep in remembrance. And so that's what's cool about this building. That's what's neat about the history. You can walk underneath the archway and see the names inscribed underneath, and it kind of always brings it back to, making sure that we honor, not only as a university but as a society, those men and women that we send off to war.
One of only two places in Missouri where a person can speak to large crowds without a license is Speaker's Circle. Located in the heart of campus, students will witness speakers, protests, and movements from all walks of life. If one stands in the very center, their voice can be heard for blocks. The first ever homecoming took place at Mizzou in 1911, when the MU football coach and director of athletics Chester Brewer invited alumni to come home to Columbia for the annual football game against the University of Kansas. This tradition has grown immensely over the years, and Mizzou hosts the largest student-run homecoming in the nation. The annual events include a parade, blood drive, talent competition, tailgates, and so much more.
Oh, homecoming is the great celebration of the fall. There's absolutely no question about it. Win, lose on Saturday, we'd like to win, but it's all that goes into the build-up to that game. It's talent, it's homecoming decks, it's the parade, it's even the homecoming breakfast and the grand marshal. I mean, all of that is homecoming, and it's just a part of the life of the University of Missouri, and it's particularly the highlight of the fall.
On game days, you'll find a full house at Faurot Field cheering on the Tigers, and you'll notice many seated on the Rock M inside the stadium. MU students constructed the Rock M in 1927 from leftover rocks when Memorial Stadium was built. Now, a student service project, Paint the M, takes place each year before school starts to keep the spirit of the stadium alive and preserve a college football landmark. Mizzou has a rich athletic tradition with several rivalries. The most famous and perhaps the most intense is that with the University of Kansas, which dates back to the Civil War. In 2012, the University of Missouri joined the Southeastern Conference. Mizzou's move to the SEC provides an opportunity to share our current traditions and develop new traditions with members of our conference family. Soon after Missouri's first football team was formed in 1890, the athletic committee adopted the nickname Tiger in official recognition of a group of local Civil War militia called the Missouri Tigers. Their fighting spirit is now embodied in MU's official mascot, Truman the Tiger. Originally, MU had two Tiger mascots, a male and a female, but neither had a specific identity. A contest to name the mascot was held in 1984, and a student submitted the name Truman after Missouri-born President Harry S. Truman, and the name stuck. The University of Missouri is rich with tradition. While traditions are the makeup of our campus culture, and even though they began in the past, they will continue to influence our future. Here at Mizzou, tradition is handed down from one generation to the next, but it's never lost by a single generation, group, or person. It belongs not just to those who create it, but those who carry it on. Tradition has a beginning, but it has no end. Nowhere is that understood better than here at Mizzou.